Johnny Manziel, you fired. You're out of Cleveland after 2 seasons, disappointing seasons, Mark Sessler. Some of the most disappointing developments for the Cleveland Browns since they came back into the league. So let's talk about it a little bit. The whole around the NFL crew will, but you are the Browns fan, Mark, so give us your thoughts about this.
Do we have to talk about this?
We absolutely have to. It's part of our job.
Yeah, I think it's another chapter. We looked at some of the worst draft picks that Cleveland's had, and it is impossible to compile a top 10 list without debate because there's easily 20 players that could fit into that top 10 list. And Manziel, depending on where you stand, has got to be in the top 1, 2, or 3 because of.
Who would be the other options?
You can go back. You can go back and look at
Brandon Weeden, Brady Quinn, Trent Richardson.
Any of the quarterbacks, a guy like Courtney Brown who never was healthy when he played for them.
William Green.
But Manziel, personally, the expectations I felt for Cleveland when they drafted him, the idea that he could change the whole franchise, well, you couldn't have sat down and drunkenly scripted a worse way for this to end. It's absolutely a nightmare.
Yes. It's true. It feels weird to even talk about because this is a guy. People are trying to say, well, what's going to happen next? Who knows? Like his life is a mess, so it's weird to even talk about him in a sense of like, well, what's he going to do next of his NFL career? I don't know if he's going to have an NFL career. I don't know if he's going to turn his life around. I don't know if he's going to, be better as a human being. Whatever he needs to do, that's what's going to be the next 6 months. I can't really imagine he'll be playing football anytime soon.
Beyond the substance abuse stuff, I think his size questions came up. I think that was a problem when you watch his game tape. And then the fact, if you look at the history of the NFL, you need your quarterback to be the first one in the building and the last one out. And he's clearly not driven by football.
You saw it this past weekend when you're supposed to be laying low. At this time, you have some court issues, some legal stuff going on. And he's like partying at the UFC fight. It's just he clearly doesn't get it. Any website that is putting out top 5 landing spots from Johnny Manziel, you need to shut down your operations because this guy is so far outside the realm of NFL quarterbacking right now. It's not even worth discussing.
Yeah,
that's a huge whiff by the Browns, and now he's out in the ether.
And it would have been a whiff, I think, for almost any team that had taken him because it's clearly not – Cleveland has their issues, but it's not just Browns
it would have been
specific.
any team.
It would have been any team. And the best thing about Manziel is that he's 23, and he has time just from a life angle to turn it around.
Yeah, so there we are. Johnny Manziel out of the NFL. Who knows when he'll be back. Check out the Around the NFL podcast 3 times a week.